Let's do this shit, all right? We're jumping into it. Talk to me in Korean, level 1. Let's fucking go. I'm ready. I guess I should give a background. Oh my god. Hi. 안녕하세요, 여러분. 내 이름은 인디고야. 아니면 Dylan이야. 만나서 반가워. I have been listening to K-pop since 2015, on and off. And then since 2020, I have been heavily into K-pop and, you know, the fandoms and been to a bunch of concerts, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. I hear people speak Korean every single day, not the voices in my head. I mean, like, I listen to K-pop every day. I've watched a couple of K-dramas. I have studied Korean before, so I definitely know more than like a random person on the street in America, but like, I'm still not fluent. So I also watch Jolly.
I'm Josh.
I'm Ollie.
That is one of my favorite channels. And as you know, if you are a avid Jolly watcher, or if you have seen one video, it's probably Josh teaching Ollie Korean using this book.
다섯, 여섯, 버섯.
So I decided to pull the trigger. Should I compare pulling a trigger to getting this book? That's the saying, but I got this book. So we're gonna go through it chapter by chapter. I thought I'd record myself because I'm copying Jolly. No, I thought I'd record myself because why not? Also, if you are fluent in Korean, please comment down below just anything. Anything. Pronunciation, literally just comment down below anything. Okay. Lesson 1, hello and thank you. 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. So, something that I learned is that writing it, you just have to like, because I would write 안녕하세요 from memory and I would spell it wrong. I would forget. So it would be an, so you have the A and the N, and then you have the N and the Y and then the NG. I would be like an, and then just automatically go to the Y character. Yeah, I just literally earlier today I was just writing like 안녕하세요 over and over and over again because I'm like I'm just gonna see how it's written and just memorize it that way instead of coming from memory. Hello, hi, how are you? Good afternoon, good evening, etc. At first, it might be difficult to pronounce this greeting naturally, but after some practice, it will get easier. So once again, this will be easy for me because I've heard this so many fucking times. 안녕 plus 하세요 equals 안녕하세요. 안녕 means well-being, peace, and health. I did not know that. And 하세요 means do you? Please do. Just say 하세요. You do? 안녕하세요 is the most common way of greeting someone in Korean. This greeting is in 존댓말. So J-O-N, Jon, D-A. Okay, which we're gonna get into because that character at the bottom is an S, but there are certain symbols when you put it at the bottom, or like it's a when you put that at the end, it's a L instead of an R and blah blah blah. So 존댓말, or polite/formal language. When someone greets you with 안녕하세요, you can simply greet the person back with 안녕. Just kidding. With 안녕하세요. 안녕 and 안녕. I was literally just gonna learn formal language when I first started. Or sorry, informal language when I just started. But honestly, not a good idea. And really, there's really truly not much difference between formal and informal. Formal is just usually yo at the end. Like it's really not a lot. It's really not much more to learn. And honestly, I feel like you should learn formal first, because informal, I feel like if you just learn formal, Jesus Christ. I feel like if you just start by learning informal and then you learn formal, you have to learn more and you have to work forwards. But if you learn formal first and then you learn informal is literally you're working backwards. You're taking stuff off. So 안녕하세요 is the formal version, or the 존댓말 version, but the informal version is 안녕. You know what I mean? 잠시만요. Just a second. That's the 존댓말 version, but 잠시만 is the informal version. Okay. Whew. How many times have I said formal and informal? When you write this greeting, you can write You can write it as 안녕하세요 statement or 안녕 안녕하세요. Oh. It wasn't I just read the first part and I didn't finish. We're gonna finish sentences today. 안녕하세요 or 안녕하세요. Question form. 안녕하세요. Hello? Which I do say a lot. I'm like, hello? 안녕하세요. Either way is perfectly acceptable. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Anu. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. 안녕하세요 was originally a question asking, are you doing well? You know what that reminds me of? There are every state or whatever, a certain word that you can apply to everything or a phrase. So like, are you doing well? Are you at peace or are you living well? I feel like that's the New Yorker way of saying you good. Cause you good, I saw in a video of this, you good, if you live in New York, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. It can be used in so many different ways. You good can be like, you good or like, are you okay? You good as in like, if somebody's going to buy something, you can be asking like, you good as in, do you need me to take care of you? Do you need me to pay for you? And you'd be like, you good? Or like, you good, like as in, I got it. Or you good as in like, you need to calm the fuck down. Like there's so many different ways to 안녕하세요? 안녕하세요? 안녕하세요. Like 괜찮아. It's literally like, which I feel like English is stupid and hard. Anything is easy if you want it to be easy, but I feel like English compared to other languages is hard if you're learning it because there's just so much stupid shit in there. But like I feel like Korean is easy because like 괜찮아. It's a very common expression. People began to not expect any special answers in reply. For example, when a friend of yours asks, what's up? Do you really expect an honest answer about what's going on? Damn, bitch, okay. That's why you gotta ask, you gotta hit him with a, how are you doing really? Like, well, I guess I understand. I understand what you're saying. If I'm like, oh, how are you? What's up? But I'm like, how are you doing like actually? Like, are we okay today? Like in Korean, there are few levels of politeness which are commonly called honorifics in English, which English, I feel like, is one of the only languages that does not have this shit. Because we don't fucking respect nobody, bitch. This is not a thing. I don't talk differently with my grandmother than I do. Well, okay, that's not true. There is no built-in, that I can think of, system in English where I'm talking, I pronounce words differently or say words differently or add something to the tail end of words to make it more respectful for my grandmother versus my friends. I'm not gonna curse around my grandma. I'm not gonna say the same topics I'm talking about to my friends with my grandma, but I'm not like adding stuff to the end of word. You know what I mean? It's a very big thing in Korea. I mean, literally, you don't really, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I've heard a lot of Korean people say you don't really call people by their names. You say like, oma. You say like uni or hyung. You don't really call people by. I saw a TikTok of Korean siblings and she called her brother by her name. And he was like, what the fuck? It's Hyung, bitch. It's Hyung, bitch. Manifested. He's gonna be on my channel. It's gonna be a jolly moment. I wonder if I'm better at learning Korean than Ollie is. You know what I feel like? I feel like Ollie was right. Josh in the beginning, if you watch the older videos of him teaching him Korean, super like, you're doing a good job. It's okay, you'll get it next time. And the latest episodes, he's just yelling at him. The number one thing to learn a language is just practice. It's literally just practice and repetition. That's literally fucking it. When they went to Korea and he dropped Ollie in the middle of Korea to be like, okay, fend for yourself. Obviously, he was like very fucking good because that's you're just you just have to learn how to speak. It's literally like, you literally have to fucking learn how to speak. Versus like, I'm in New York. I don't need Korean. Like, if I don't learn how to speak Korean, I'm not gonna be lost. Like, I'll be fine. You know what I mean? I can understand Josh being like, okay, what happened? Like, he definitely regressed, but he regressed because of lack of practice. But I feel like Josh is like super mean to Ollie. Like, sometimes I'm watching this shit and I'm like, bro, like, yo, like, Korean can be hard, like, for a lot of people. So like, anyways, so all this to say, I wonder when Hyunwoo comes on my channel, I wonder if He's gonna get frustrated. You can divide Korean honorifics into two categories that are quite easy to distinguish from each other and learn to use. One category is called 존댓말, which means polite or formal language, and the other is 반말, which means casual, intimate, or formal language. Korean, if you hear sentences that end in yo or 니다, 합니다, 감사합니다, they're most likely in 존댓말, polite form language. It is better to learn. What did I? You know what I'm talking about. It's better to learn 존댓말 first, because if you speak 존댓말 in a situation where you can use 반말, you are not going to be in too much trouble. However, if you use 반말 when you're supposed to use 존댓말, you might get beat the fuck up. He didn't say that, but I said that. 감사합니다. Thank you. 감사합니다. 감사합니다. So when you, this is the thing too, because when I say 감사합니다, I'm not saying 감사합니다. Like, I say it fast. So when I'm writing that to 감사합니다, there's no, what did I forget? I forgot a symbol. I forgot what it was. But when you break it up, it's 감사합니다. 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 But when I say it fast, it's 감사합니다. You know what I mean? If you're fluent, am I pronouncing that correctly or am I wrong? 감사합니다. Am I pronouncing that wrong? 감사합니다. 감사합니다. I've never heard a Korean person say 감사합니다. I just hear them say 감사합니다. Bitch. I'm tired. Why am I tired? Okay. Okay. 감사, appreciation, thankfulness, gratitude. 합니다. I am doing. Oh, okay. Okay. Me learning shit? Okay. Wait, why is that cool? 감사합니다 is the most common way to politely say thank you. 감사 means gratitude, and 합니다 means I do or I am doing. In, what is it called again? 존댓말, right? 여러분. Together, the two mean thank you. You can use 감사합니다 whenever you find yourself in a situation where you want to say 감사합니다. Who would have thought? In English, when you say thank you, the expression has the word you in it. In Korean, however, people just say 감사합니다, but the word does not have an object you in it. You do not have to say you in Korean because it is easy to guess whom you are offering thanks. Why is this funny? Slay. 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요. 여기요. Here you go. 감사합니다. 여기요. 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 Here you go. 여기요. Here you go. 여기요. 감사합니다. Exercises to close out this amazing 대박 lesson. Jesus fucking Christ, that was disgusting. This is the most common Korean greeting when you want to say hello, good morning. Not the Nicki Minaj tease. Good afternoon or hi to someone. Oh, wait. I'll pull a Dora. The banana tree, yes. 안녕하세요. Wow, congrats. Pat on the back. Good job. Good job, guys. If you got that wrong, are you Ollie? I'm sorry. That was rude. I'm sorry. How do you say thank you in polite, formal Korean? 감사합니다. Oh, how do you say it? Wow, good job. What is the term for referring to the polite, formal language in Korean? It is 존댓말. 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 잔소리. I've heard that before. I don't know what that means. 한국어. That is the language. That is Korean. Isn't that Korean? And Hangul is the written form, right? And 안녕 means thank you. I was kidding. 안녕 means goodbye. Which term is, well, technically I'm right. Which term is used when referring to the intimate formal language of Korean? 반말. Wow, we said it at the same time. Creepy. When you hear a Korean sentence that ends in ayo, ayo, or 니다, is the politeness level typically 존댓말? 존댓말. Because there was a little pronunciation, but he took it off, as he should. So I can, oh, by the way, I can read, I probably should have said that. I can read Korean, by the way. 존댓말 or 반말. It's 존댓말. I had to read the sentence again. Okay, wow. First lesson done. I'm super freaking excited to be doing this, guys. Shout out to Hanu. Yeah, I probably should have thrown in that I can read Hangul. It's super fucking easy, honestly. I thought it'd be really hard, but it's honestly pretty easy. It's just that I can read the symbols, I can read Hangul, but I don't know what I'm saying. So we're gonna do this. So yeah, okay. 안녕하세요. What am I saying? 안녕. What's the jolly?